Hey everyone, it is like 8:36 in the evening on the 8th of February 2023. I've had another fucking day where just uni has brought me to tears, literally. I honestly thought I don't know how this keeps happening. I think that I'm all the way through and I just need to fill in some like results. And yet I obviously again didn't get it submitted last night. I got to honestly where I thought that I could, and I just like there's only so much a person can deal, as far as I'm concerned. And I'm dealing with a whole lot of other crap too. But this morning, I honestly thought I had about an hour's worth of work to do. I was wrong. And I'm definitely noticing a pattern because it really is just like my mind literally shuts down. And it happens so rapidly that I can go from being perfectly fine to an absolute crying mess on the floor, like uncontrollable crying. Definitely not fun to have happen to you, I can tell you that much. I'm getting better at pulling myself out of it, but again, like, it's exam season. Like, I am stressed to the fucking max. So, fucking hell. I think I made it until around about 3 o'clock when I was like, I should have bought vodka yesterday when I picked up my groceries. I seriously considered it, and then I was like, no, I don't need it. Today I was like, I really do. And there's a BWS not too far from me, and I always check online to see what's on sale. And they had all these sales up, right? But one of them made no sense. It was very clearly an error that had been put into the system, right? Because it said 1 litre of Smirnoff vodka. It's a little circle and it was like sale for $61. But underneath that, it said 57. So I screenshot it and sent it to a friend and was like, this doesn't make any sense to me, just confirming it doesn't actually make any sense at all. And she's like, yeah, no, it doesn't. So I went to the bottle store, and there are people just driving up and down my fucking street really slowly. Super weird. So I went to the bottle store and showed them the picture, and I was like, as far as I am aware or concerned, I'm like, it very clearly states this on your website, so you need to sell me the litre of vodka for $57. The fuck? And one of them was like, that's if that's if it's actually online. And I'm like, I literally just took the picture, I showed him the details, and I was like, you're welcome to jump on your own phones or your own online and look for yourself. So they both did. The younger one was like, she's definitely right. And then the older guy was like, maybe it's like an online only sale. And I'm like, either way, it doesn't say that that's the case. So please sell me the vodka at the rate it's online. I'm like, it doesn't affect any of your pay, so shouldn't be any fuss to you lot. Like, I'm letting you know it's there, but I'm also going to take advantage of the fact that that's what it says. So I did. I bought the vodka. I came home, I had a vodka and V. Well, I had some of it. I was in a pretty anxious state, and I hadn't vaped at all, but I'd taken some oil, and it hadn't kicked in like hours, and I think I had the full blown like breakdown when I got to the very last part of my assignment, because I didn't understand my notes, and what I thought was on the recording from my tutoring session wasn't, meaning I actually had quite a bit of like calculating to do. And that really threw me for a fucking sixer. So again, cried my fucking eyes out. I was trying to write a post to get it out of me, and as I'm writing the post for my website, I just started crying. And then I started like patting Boss and hugging Boss and just saying sorry to my dog over and over and over and over again because of how much he needs to be walked. But I'm struggling with leaving my house right now. That's how fucking high my anxiety, stress, and every fucking overwhelm is. Right? It gets this high, and look, I don't want to leave my home until this is done. Honestly, I want to clean my house and change my sheets and do all the washing, and that's the thing I'm probably looking forward to the most. I find that interesting. There's a neighbor looking at me through the fucking blinds. Interesting. Anyway, I managed. So, a friend from a long time back messaged me out of the blue, and we decided to have a video chat. And she was smoking a joint, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna roll a fucking joint too, right? This is that one, by the way. So we talked on video for a while, and while smoking and having some of the vodka, it obviously calmed me the fuck down. And it was ironic, but I'm pretty sure I say it all the bloody time. I need to start smoking weed way earlier than I do, which is super ironic, because it wasn't until I'd gotten through a certain amount of fucking like weed and I think Valium and that I was at this level of, oh, I have no idea why I was so stressed out. It's right there in front of me. I know exactly what I'm doing. And all the crying and the overwhelm and the stress is for literally nothing, which I'm aware. It's just that it happens. And once I start to spiral, it is very fucking hard to pull myself out of it immediately. But yeah, like I couldn't believe the difference from being so overwhelmed to walking away, talking to someone, smoking some weed, and then coming back and then looking at it and going, oh, it's really rather simple. I could have done that this morning. I don't know what the fuck I've been doing for the last 5 or 6 hours, but I went to submit it finally. Now, this assignment was due at 8 p.m. tonight. I went to finally submit it at 7:30, and then everything just stopped fucking working. It was like spinning, and then Word was like non-responsive, and I'm just like going, what the fuck, yeah? So I had to shut everything down, make sure everything was saved. I already am an extremely anxious person when it comes to submitting assignments. I have been a very anxious person my whole life. Submitting assignments is even worse because of my inability to keep everything on one fucking document, and like not submitting the correct one last time is not fucking leaving me alone. Like, it's so in my head, and by the time I managed to submit the one I did today, like I literally had to sort of say to myself, what will be is what will be, because it needs to be submitted, and I can't deal with it anymore. Like, I'm so far past this. It's like I don't feel relief. I feel like I should feel relieved. That is not how I feel. I still feel like I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do about this exam. I honestly don't. To me, it feels like I'm supposed to be way more stoned. Or not way more stoned. At least, like, based on today and previous examples, it feels like if I start vaping, say with morning breakfast, my exam opens at 9 a.m, but it's open for a 24-hour period. Oh, it's just too much, people. It's too much. This quiz I have tomorrow, because the quiz closes at 8 p.m. on the 10th. Tomorrow's the 9th, obviously. I have to watch the last seminar. The last quiz is only worth 4.5%, so it's sure as shit not going to be at the top of my priority when I've got this exam coming up. I'm not prepared for this exam at all, like memory-wise. I've got notes coming out my ears, so I'm praying that will help me. But to be honest with you all, I don't even know how to put it. I'm just in this state of, I've been doing this for so long. Like, there are other degrees I want to study. Like, there are multiple degrees that I would very much like to do. And yet, given how I'm currently feeling, I don't even know how I'm supposed to get to the end of this one. And that's, I've got 1 week left in this unit. Then trimester 1, more bloody statistics. And then my final one starting in July. Sounds relatively easy enough. If it was as easy as it sounded, I wouldn't be in my 7th year at university. I remember having a doctor tell me once that quitting ice is far harder than getting a university degree. So that I shouldn't ever feel bad about how long it takes me to get my degree. Today, at my desk, I can honestly say the thought went through my head multiple times that went along the lines of, this fucking degree is going to kill me, and it's much harder than quitting ice. But that's solely directed at myself, so no disrespect to the next person. It's just that I'm just so over it. Like, I'm so fucking over it. But yeah, I also called the council today because I truly don't remember if I ended up finishing the story yesterday. I haven't watched the last few days of videos, truth be told. And it's funny because this morning I woke up thinking about something and I was like, did I say that to Andrew or did I say that on a video? And I was like, I don't know. And then I contemplated messaging Andrew to ask him, and then I was like, really doesn't matter either way. And I don't even remember what it was I wanted to know. But, what was I gonna say? Side note, right, yes, so my address is changing. Every time I put it in for something, it gives me a number next to it, it's like 23A, yeah? So I called the council and I explained the situation, and she obviously said, you know, like, privacy laws and such, blah, 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 like, I can't tell you. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I'm like, let's use a hypothetical example. I'm like, from when the application has been approved, I'm like, because whether or not we talk about my actual property or not, it's a given that it obviously has. Because even the plumbing people from the council were like, you know, this is showing like units now, like according to like site stuff. And I'm like, well, now I do, yep. So she put me on hold and she went through and spoke to someone at the something department, I don't fucking remember. And then she came back and she told me that it, from the date to the demolition, be anywhere up to 8 years. So I don't know. Part of me would really like to just message my landlords, and the other part of me is like, if they ignore me again, I will just go even more fucking mad, and I don't need to add that. So I'm just going to keep going as I am and keep continuing to try and sort my bullshit out. But yes, this is my day. I have finally submitted this nightmare of an assignment, which is only a nightmare because of my demons inside of my head, which, for the love of fucking God, my self-awareness growing and growing and growing isn't helping me implement changes as fast as I'd like to be. But life goes on. And now I'm going to smoke a lot of weed. Oh, I seriously am just going to smoke weed. I think tomorrow I'm going to practice starting first thing with my vape in the morning and then just see what happens throughout the day. But I figure vaping and doing my exam calm is still going to be better for me than risking having a full-blown fucking panic attack, because as it stands, I'm actually really fucking terrified that's what's going to happen, because I can just see it. I can see and feel and know and everything what happens to me when a clock starts counting down. It doesn't matter what the clock is counting down for. It just fucks with me to a point where it honestly feels like I'm drowning in concrete and I cannot breathe and I cannot see, and then I just start crying and then everything just, and I end up a mess on the floor, cry my fucking eyes out so bad to the point where my own dog has to run away from me. So speaking of my dog, like I said, I spent, I don't know, I reckon I said sorry to boss over and over and over and over again while I cried, because I just feel so guilty. But my dog is hard enough to walk on a regular day, but on a day where literally anything could trigger me, and I'm at that point, yeah, like I have got severe complex PTSD, severe, and I am very easily triggered, especially in particular mindsets, mind frames. I'm in that right now, I know that. And I'm just literally holding on, waiting to get through this. And like I said, I really, really, really wish I could say that I feel relief, but I get the feeling that's not coming until I finish my fucking very last until I finish my actual final last exam at the end of the year, and then I'm done, and then I'm gonna do nothing except try to, I don't know, allow myself to rest, I'm guessing. It's no wonder I feel like I'm behind all the time. Honestly. Anyway, I've talked for 19 minutes. I want to go and get into bed. I am very much a nana. I like my bed. I love to sleep. My dreams is screwing with me. Like really screwing with me. Like I don't know if, like, they're so vividly real that sometimes when I wake up, I don't actually know if what's in my mind is something I've dreamed or something that's happened. So that just adds to the fun of me living my life. Holy moly macaroo. I don't know what to do. I just smoked some weed, it's true. Oh my god. I rhyme everything, people. Talk out loud, rhyming to myself, going illegible. No, but anyway, I am done. I need to upload this. Good night, everybody. I will talk to you all tomorrow. See ya.